Please be upstanding for a new recording of Things We Like.
Hi, welcome to Things We Like.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
And this week, you're looking exceptionally good. In fact, I feel I'm incredibly attracted to you.
Have you done something with your hair?
Yeah, it looks real good. Different somehow, but the same.
Highlights? Bit of frosting?
I don't know. Maybe it's something you're wearing.
I'd like to establish this isn't just me and Jim talking to each other. This is an attempt to play to the audience.
Yeah, we're talking to you because you're a fabulous human being, and this week everything is pretty awesome.
We do like things. Here are things we like.
Yeah, this week we're situated in the Observatory room, which is centred beneath the ornamental lake at the default chateau. We're looking up to the crystalline glasswork at the fishy swimming above. But there's quite a lot of dirt on it.
It does get grubby.
Yeah, so we're going to have to either get some machine to come and clean it.
Or some aquatic snails.
I was thinking aquatic snails.
But yeah, maybe we'll get the orphan on it.
I think we're pushing the orphan too hard. I think the orphan's been doing weird stuff in the attic.
He has a better life with us than he ever did on his own.
Yeah, true. It's messing with my weird stuff in the attic, though.
Does he come with an evil twin?
Ooh. Does the orphan have a twin?
Not that I've ever met.
He gets around a lot.
He does, but that must suggest that maybe the orphan had a child.
Have you ever seen him and himself in the same place at the same time?
No, which means they could be different people.
They could be, we've never known.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm Jan.
I'm Jim.
And Carlos.
I'm mystery guest.
And this afternoon, we're a little bit sun-stroked from all this sun, which is why we're hiding beneath the lake.
We had a war today.
We did have a Game of Thrones,
Mystery guest. Lord of Pike won.
Woo!
Yeah, we did play as well, but he had to go.
He had to go.
He had to go.
He had to go.
Well, when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die.
Yeah.
He took it literally.
Or you become hand of the king.
Yes.
I didn't win, and I'm still alive.
You think you are?
Have I not? No, have I missed the memo?
You're dead inside.
I'm very upset with Wu. All I wanted was the Eerie, and he banjacks me.
It is war.
Fucking war. Is there no honour anymore?
All's fair in war.
I was Batman, though.
It didn't work. You weren't Batman. Batman would have won.
Batman played the long game, I think you'll find.
No, Batman shafted everyone.
You did cripple everyone's army.
I'm going to make a t-shirt with that on. Yeah, a little. Oh, what did we like this week?
I bought my first ever mobile game. It cost $2.99. It's called 80 Days. You travel the world with Phileas Fogg as his trusty manservant Passepartout.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like being in a Jules Verne book.
Is it the not 80 days around the world then?
Yes,
It
it is around the world in 80 days.
Exactly that same one.
Not quite exactly. It's like an adaptation, so there's lots of crazy steampunk technology involved. Like you take a train that goes directly from London to Paris, a bathysphere train.
They did that cartoon that stretched out over an entire series with individual adventures at different places.
80 Days Around the World with Willy Fogg, the
Yeah.
lion.
The lion.
Yeah. A little mouse Chico or something like that.
Didn't they do a weird follow-up with Willy Fogg? Willy Fogg goes to the centre of the earth or something.
Makes crisps.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But apparently on this game you can go to the centre of the earth. It's like a big whole Jules Verne mashup, so you can meet loads of people from loads of different of his stories and do loads of cool stuff.
Can you, 1, go to the moon, 2, travel through time?
I don't know if you can do either of those things. I know you can go to the centre of the world. I met Jules Verne on the train. We had a chat. He told me that I could get from London to Lisbon.
He's a good lad.
Yeah, well, it was pretty poor because we were on the train from London to Paris at the time. So it's not like I had a choice to go to Lisbon then, but...
How much of his journey does he do by air balloon?
I don't know. In the game, not necessarily a lot. Because you don't have to go the Phileas Fogg route. It's like 144 cities you can visit.
Interesting.
What about a rail replacement service?
I've not seen one yet, although I did teleport.
Alright.
Yeah, I met some crazy female artificer who thought I was evil, so she teleported me.
Do you have to try to negotiate the London Underground?
No, you leave London fairly instantly, and the aim is to get back to London. And I'm not sure the Underground existed back in them days.
They might have a one underground. Just like
Just
8.
one underground station.
Yeah.
It doesn't go anywhere. It's just the circular loop back round to itself.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's more of a ghost train.
Everyone's still in a hurry.
Don't have enough ghost trains these days.
I think that's because they usually need engineers and drivers and stuff, and if they're haunted and empty, then they probably don't
How
go
big do
very
you
far.
think these ghost trains are?
The size of trains.
Wait, when I say ghost train, do you mean a train that's haunted? Because I mean an actual train that is a ghost.
I would say. There's a train.
I was thinking you were just both talking about a train that is a ride where they have fake ghosts.
God, no.
No, a train that is a ghost. The spirit of a departed
Do
train.
you think of the
Yeah.
Ghostbusters too?
No, I'm thinking of ghost trains.
Okay.
That's what a ghost train is.
Alright, yeah.
I mean, aside from... Don't look at me like that. Aside from, like, the fairground ride, where it's like a little train with horrors, comes from the idea of a ghost train.
Wasn't there like a late
It's a ghost
80s,
train, I guess.
early 90s Saturday morning TV show called Ghost Train?
That was awesome.
The only thing I can ever remember about it is one day Madge was on it. She
Did you
went
go
for a
swimming?
swim.
You're kidding me.
No.
Incredible.
So, I don't remember that, but she ran away from something in fear, and that's my only fleeting memory of Ghost Train.
Was it Gilbert the Alien?
I don't know. It was the camera, in reality, is what she was running away
It
from.
wasn't Harold Bishop.
I think he was dead at the time,
Oh.
which would have made sense in being on the Ghost Train. But no,
But he wasn't really dead, though.
he wasn't really dead, so he
Yeah.
couldn't be there.
Swam to Japan.
Swam.
Yeah.
Swam.
Favourites of the Bishops.
Well, nothing else happened this week. See you later.
Bye!
Night. Or evening. Or morning. Carlos, what did you like this week?
That's a hard question.
Did you like anything?
I liked driving here on my own for the first time.
Ooh, was it fun? Was it exciting?
It was okay, yes.
Did
I
you-
only scared to death once, I think.
Good stuff.
Did you find it weird driving a car without anyone else there?
Not really, no. I remember joyriding years. Gave me a lot of experience.
Yeah.
It was nice to go at a more state pace.
How did you fare when you saw the sign that says close your eyes and take your hands off the wheel?
I missed that sign because I closed my eyes too early.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a problem when you know it's coming.
It's a rookie error, isn't it?
Yeah, thinking too much.
You wanted to reason things out with your alter ego that's been organising all those combat clubs.
Mm.
Don't talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
You have an alter ego who organises combat clubs.
No, we don't talk about that.
We can talk about your alter ego, we just can't talk about the combat club.
I know,
In
this
fact, we
is
said
different.
too much already.
This is different. In order to skirt the trademark, I had to change the rules around, and the first rule is that you don't talk about anything.
Okay. So,
The first rule of everything is you do not talk about anything.
And yet they say that a lack of communication tends to lead to conflict.
Don't talk about that.
The irony.
the first time I drove in a car on my own, I just did kind of go, oh my god, I'm on my own. And the radio's on. Ah.
I spent a good
did
10
I could have turned
minutes.
the radio off myself.
I spent a good 10 minutes opening and shutting the window at my leisure and putting the aircon on
Relaxing.
and off.
That's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it was. I felt like an independent woman finally.
You should throw your hands up at me.
I am going to take my first drive by myself probably around October-ish,
I'm going to
November.
drive by.
Drive by shouting.
Oh, if I'm going to drive by somebody, it can't be a shouting because that's too lame. It can't be a shooting because that's too killing people. It's going to be a drive-by.
Shootout?
I don't know. I really want to sell somebody something.
Drive by salesman.
Like drive up and just be like, "Hey, I just got a car full of stuff. Do you want anything?"
Not like an anti-curb crawler.
Yeah.
You drive up alongside people on the street and go, you want to get in my car and have some fun?
Like that man that your mum always tells you to avoid.
That guy, we hang out all the time.
Your mum would be disappointed in you.
Here's your dad.
Oh dear. Mystery guest, do you like anything?
I do. I like absinthe, but I'm not sure if I do.
It's a great way to start the day.
It's not like an everyday occurrence, but today someone's wife gave me absinthe.
My lovely wife.
And yeah, I think it's been a good thing. I'm pretty sure I like it. Have
you seen a small green Kylie Minogue flying around the room yet?
If only. No, sadly not. But yeah, drinking in the day is not something for every day. But on days when you have off, it can be quite a fun thing.
Not an everyday
Not an everyday thing. But while you're also, if you're able to do that and plan successful strategic, combat.
It's not great.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
It's not great for stringing a sentence together, though, is it, history? Yes.
I'm finding it challenging, which is why I'm staying quiet for the most part.
There's nothing greater than drinking early on a Saturday morning, apart from drinking early on a Monday morning, which must be amazing.
Well, that's in student days, but yeah.
Back in the past.
I'm gonna get really drunk on Monday.
Oh, good for you. I'm going to go to work. Oh, I'm not going to go to work. It's bank holiday.
Woo!
Well, I love that. I've not been off on a bank holiday for the last 4 years, so it's epic that I will actually get a 3-day weekend this time.
It's strange, actually, in Australia they have just a huge number of bank holidays, including the Queen's birthday, which even we don't celebrate.
What?
Which one?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth first?
Second.
Okay. Just checking. If we were going to be pedantic on the issue, we might as well go all the way.
You've got to love a bit of pageantry.
I like Lizzie. First Lizzie. She was good. She invented spying.
She was probably a bloke, if all of the theories are to be believed.
She was actually a dude.
It's very possible because the records show that the original Queen, although she was indeed born a female, but she was like one of those things where she was raised with a young boy, and the records seem to indicate that when she was about 3 or 4 she died, and the people who were caring for her were freaked out so much they said, oh, we'll just replace her with our son.
Because she was heir to the throne.
And this is where it gets interesting, the fact that it ties up because Elizabeth never allowed any handmaidens to dress her or undress her. She entertained gentlemen, but was never rumoured to have actually sealed a deal with anyone.
Virgin Queen.
And she was often commented on being not the prettiest of women.
She had a lovely beard as well.
Well,
yeah, and a huge penis.
With all of the makeup stuff and all the heavy wardrobe and that, it's very possible that she was actually just a dude.
Maybe we should start doing that thing that the Pope does with our monarchs, and we all have to check their junk before they...
Like Crocodile Dundee?
Do we have to check Crocodile Dundee's junk?
Oh no. I've heard about this, some chair they sit on.
Yeah, I'm not sure how true it is, but it's certainly a fun story.
Things we like and stuff sucks. We're talking a lot about male junk at the moment.
What kind of junk do you know of? We keep saying the word junk.
Well, female junk will be,
is that,
their
is
stuff.
that just junk? I don't know. Surely we should be calling it something better than junk.
Junk.
I'm all for suggestions, Mr. Guest.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'll get back to you with suggestions. I don't know.
The Royal Sceptre?
It's not catchy enough though. Junk's one word. It needs to be a one-word thing.
Naughty bits is cheeky bits, 2 words.
Naughty bits.
Naughty.
God, that's the worst.
Confessions of naughty bits. Sorry.
It's like the phrase "lady parts."
You can't just say genitalia because that's too clinical.
And yeah, that's lame.
That wasn't just me. That wasn't me fine. That was just me just exclaiming.
Don't explain yourself. Never explain yourself.
Fucking hell, James. Which one of us is on absinthe today?
Why have you got so bad at this again?
I don't know. This weird ass blind spot. Too much of a mystery to me. Mystery guest.
Sadly not enough.
I've got really cool slippers.
They are pretty cool.
I'm sharing them to the sound recorder.
You told me you were deformed.
I did tell you that I do have bare feet, but unfortunately they're slippers.
I would have said they're more werewolf slippers.
Like I said before, they remind me of where the world
There's
thinks.
something monstrous with the whole 4 toes thing. I've also got Where's Wally socks on. There he is.
But with the only the one eye peeking out of the slippers, that also makes it look a bit monstrous.
1 eye, 4 toes.
Are you coming to the all-you-can-eat Chinese feast in those?
I was planning on wearing sensible shoes. Yeah, nothing too high.
Hmm.
You don't want to show a bit of ankle, go learners, you'll inflame people's sexual ardour.
The women go mad for ankle.
They love it.
So Victorian.
Well, I'm a married man now, so
Oh yeah.
my ankles belong to my lady wife. They're not for public consumption anymore.
Lucky girl.
What do you like, Jim?
What do I like? What's happened this week? I like the first issue of Multiversity by Grant Morrison.
I've not read it.
It's pretty good.
Good, what's it about?
Well, it's kind of like Grant Morrison working for DC for a while, and he's been putting this together for the past 10 years, and it's bringing together, you know how comic books get like mad, and like it's been going on for so long that the actual extension of the universe, they have to try and work out how everything works, interacting. Is that a good explanation, or is that mental?
I didn't really follow any of it.
Yeah, someone will get it. He's made a sort of universe map,
Okay.
which is like lays out all different multi-universes and like spectral realms and where the gods are and all that kind of thing. And Multiversity is going to be running off that, and the whole of DC are probably going to be running off this map and playbook that he's devised.
Okay, so we're reformatting DC again.
Yes, well, essentially it's what he's been doing since 2008 when he did Final Crisis and all that, and run up to Infinite Crisis and 52, which were the comic runs. And this is probably the map and guidebook that they're going to be using for the DC films.
Ooh.
I like that cartoon you showed me the other day, Manly.
Oh, that's another one of the cartoon Hangover ones, yeah.
I've not seen it.
To try and explain it, it's a psychedelically coloured sort of epic sci-fi horror storyline.
Future God Space Adventure.
Yeah.
Future God Space Adventure sounds good.
Yeah.
It's the first time I watched it was I had to watch it a second time just to sort of make it all clear in my mind what just happened.
Yeah. In fact, like, watch Cartoon Hangover, a channel on YouTube. Just check that out. It's got Bravest Warrior, Being Puppy Cat, Space Bear, Manly, a whole load of other ones that are all coming to series now. They've only just really started going, but they're going to be pretty good.
Pretty good. I watched the first episode of Bojack Horseman yesterday.
I hear that's pretty good.
It was odd.
Mm?
He threw up a lot of candy floss.
Is that his thing?
Well, he is a horse who was in a like late 80s family sitcom, and now he's a little bit washed up, drunk and feckless, so it's him trying to get back in the game, and he's a horse.
Cool.
And there's a dog called Mr. Peanut Butter who has like the same backstory, but he's a dog. And there's lots of other anthropomorphized animals in it, but it's Will Arnett is the voice of Bojack Horseman. It's been executive produced by Aaron Paul.
What style of animation?
Like a horse
Okay.
and people.
Right.
And they're hard to draw.
He's like a man horse. I don't think I'm really getting across.
Not like a centaur then, more like the horse from Lone Star.
It's like, imagine a man who is completely brown, but his head is the head of a horse,
Yeah.
and he wears clothes.
Okay, he's got human hands.
He's got human hands, yeah,
Cool.
and he wears shoes,
Right.
not like horseshoes, man shoes.
Yeah.
Have you seen that gif where the My Little Pony takes its hooves off and it's got fingers?
No, I don't want to.
It's horrible.
That's something we like.
Well, I shouldn't have mentioned it. I like the fact it's horrible. So would you recommend Bojack Horseman?
I want to give it a few more episodes, but you know, if you're bored, you've got 25 minutes. Give it a go.
Carlos is quite a film and music fan. Is there any film or music that you've enjoyed recently, Carlos?
Did you watch The Raid 2?
The Raid 2 was amazing.
I've not seen it yet. I
Oh,
enjoyed The
It
Raid
was
1.
better than Raid 1 in every possible way. Because I, rather shockingly, didn't particularly like the Raid 1.
Seriously?
I thought it was nowhere near as good as Dread.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, Judge Dredd was amazing.
Yeah, but the
There's-
action sequences
there can
were
be,
phenomenal.
yeah, but there can be too much action. When the film's 90 minutes long and there's 5 minutes of story, the 85 minutes of fighting does get a tad repetitive towards the end.
Although I agree that Dread is generally a better made film and I enjoyed it more, that's only because I really, really enjoyed Dread. I mean, spoilers, but there's a fight sequence at the end of the raid where it's just these two very capable martial artists against this one maniac martial artist, and it's fantastic.
There's 2 fights in the raid 2 that are leagues ahead of that fight.
Okay, big words, big words.
One is one man versus about 30
Mm.
in a nightclub. He's actually played by the guy who was the one man fighting the 2 guys at the end
The
of the raid.
maniac dude,
Yeah.
cool.
And the other fight is one-on-one in a kitchen, which is one of the very best fights I've ever seen. The way they build it up,
Okay.
and it earns its runtime as well. 2.5 hours. It's not doesn't feel padded out or fleshed out or boring or anything. It just
It's interesting though, because they've expanded the world of it, I suppose. Because like in the first one, obviously it's all contained within the building, and then in the advert I see for the second, he's like bashing the shit out of a prison wall, and then it's all like exploding vans and chases.
more
and
akin to
stuff.
Goodfellas.
Okay.
Really good fellas.
Yeah, it's a crime epic basically with
Okay.
martial arts. In it.
Is
Sweet.
Joe Pesci good in the raid too?
He's very good in the raid too.
Is he funny?
Like a clown?
Does he amuse you?
Yes, he does. Yeah,
I like
he's
Joe
almost as good as he was in Gone Fishing.
Pesci. I have not met many of the people who've seen Gone Fishing.
Hmm.
And whilst it is subliminally atrocious, I do actually quite like it.
Well, Leo gets what Leo wants, doesn't he?
For anyone who's not seen Gone Fishing, it's basically the story of 2 retarded elderly men, played by Joe Pesci and Danny Glover, who go on a fishing trip and end up travelling around the country and get caught up in a crime caper.
Is that Danny Glover in his lisp phase?
No, that's Danny Glover before he became one of the world's very worst actors.
Something happened to him.
Something has happened to Danny Glover. Because you can't understand a word he's saying whenever he speaks.
I like to interview to it. I'm going to sit for this old prisoner.
I mean, Lethal Weapon's not really been kind to either of them, though, has it? Really?
It's a weapon?
Well, let's look
What?
at Mel Gibson now.
Well, yeah, but looking back then, good times.
Lethal Weapon was amazing.
Yeah.
I love all 4 Lethal Weapon movies.
I think Lethal Weapon 3 pushes it a little bit too much. With the whole Leo gets.
Yeah, he made his mark in 4 though.
I loved
Jet Li was good in
Predator
it
2 is
before.
awesome as well.
No, I didn't like Predator 2.
How can you not? It's brilliant.
Because it's not Predator.
Predator 2 is great.
That's why.
It's not as good. It's nowhere near as good as Predator, but it's cool. And
Come on, do it!
Are you kidding me? Danny Glover chops the Predator's arm off.
Yeah, it's really cool.
With his lisp.
Arnie struggles to kill a predator, whereas Danny Glover kills
Yeah,
the
but
2.
Arnie
Yeah.
does outrun a nuclear bomb, to be fair.
And besides which, I think part of the thing is like in the first one they're playing on the Predator's terms, but like when the second one he's in his jungle.
Okay.
You come to the city, you mess with me.
Well, Danny Glover's in the Royal Tenenbaums, and that's a good film, but he's not very good in it.
Oh, that's harsh as well.
I don't think he's very. I think he suits the role, but
So I gather you haven't seen Badasses yet. Badass 2, Badasses. With Danny Trejo and Danny Glover. Finally the dream team that everybody's been desperately crying out for.
Danny Trejo, as in like Danny Trejo of Desperado.
Danny Trejo's in Danny
Dust Till
Trejo.
Dawn. Okay.
Muppets.
Cell Block
Is it
H.
Muppets? I've not seen Muppets too.
Muppets 2's diabolical.
Wasn't he originally a special effects artist before he?
No, he was
He was-
originally
yeah.
in jail.
He was a criminal.
For,
That's what he does.
Bank robbery, wasn't it?
I think a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Wasn't
Could have
murdered
been
someone
Con
as
Air
well.
They call me Johnny 25, didn't you? I can't remember what the number is.
24.
I thought it was like 30 something.
Isn't it Johnny number 5?
That's the
Yeah.
one.
Do not disassemble Danny Trejo.
He's actually alive.
No, God, he shouldn't disassemble Danny Trejo.
No.
He pulls the guy's arm off in Dust Till Dawn.
I watched Machete 2.
Any good?
I stopped watching halfway through. Not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because I don't really know why I stopped watching
It's
it.
like the first one is good because it's like
What's
riffing
this?
off old B movies and shit, whereas this one just feels like a B movie. Mel Gibson's good in it. He's ridiculous.
He's meant to be the
Crazy.
best thing in Expendables 3.
Yeah, but depending, it may not be that much of a stretch. I've not heard great things about Expendables 3.
Me neither, but he's meant to be a good villain, and everyone else just kind of sucks around him.
That's because secretly he is a villain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Carlos Estevez is also in Machete 2.
You good?
He's Carlos Estevez.
Does he drink tiger blood?
No.
Right, Chelsea.
Yes. Chelsea. And introducing Carlos Estevez
As the president.
as the president.
Didn't his dad play the president?
Yeah, in the West Wing.
Mm-hmm.
But Emilio has never played the president. Has Emilio ever played the president?
No, but he made a film about Robert Kennedy getting shot set in a hotel. Is that close?
No. Not at all.
Watch 21 Jump Street? Not 22 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street.
It's good.
I'd seen it before. But my girlfriend hadn't.
It did show a lot of people that Channing Tatum actually had some layers to him and a bit more to offer.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah,
I got a lot of
he's a
time
good
for him
guy.
now. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, it does well.
It's going to be Gambit.
He's going to be a good gambit, I hope. His mum's Krill.
It's a gamble.
Whoa!
I want to see Jupiter Ascending.
That looks dire.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, it looks terrible.
I
Her
haven't
name's
seen it.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
Her name's Jupiter.
It's based on an old school sci-fi novel, dude.
It looks just like
It's not
Cloud
based on
Atlas.
a novel.
Is it not?
It's written by Bojack Horseman.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, of course.
It looks just like Cloud Atlas as well.
Didn't you like Cloud Atlas?
I've not seen it yet because I've not managed to set aside 7.5 hours to
No,
watch it.
Cloud Atlas is well worth a watch, man. Definitely.
I've not heard good things about it, and I've also seen the clip with Tom Hanks as an Irish gangster.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
only.
big alright, you're gonna go over the building.
Oh,
That is
Jesus,
literally
dead.
the only questionable performance. The others
Yeah.
do really well in their roles.
In fact, actually, the other Tom Hanks performances are also good.
And Hugo-
Robert Downey Jr. is a black man. He looks quite good in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get an Oscar nod for that.
Hugo Weaving's great.
Hugo Weaving's great in everything he's in.
Transformers.
He's
Yeah.
not you could say he's technically not in that. It's
He
his
says,
voice.
I am
Voice
mega
actors
proud.
fucking amazing.
He didn't believe it, though,
There's
did
nothing good in Transformers.
Transformers the first one's great.
Transformers.
he? Transformers 1 is good.
Yeah,
It's not.
it is.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's great.
Let's face it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
liked it. And that's
And
what we're about.
I was talking to Jim last night about how Optimus basically rapes one of the Dinobots. In this one. He breaks him basically. doesn't he?
Excuse me?
Threatens to kill everybody, breaks in Grimlock in a very prisony way. It's all a bit dark.
He breaks in Grimlock.
The Dinobots don't even... just quickly. The Dinobots don't even talk in this goddamn film. They
Grimlock
just...
cannot be broken.
No. Grimlock only goes with Prime because he thinks Prime's an alright guy.
Puts a little
Not
finger
because
up.
Prime beat the shit out of him. Yeah. That's how you get them to open the
He
doors.
puts a finger inside him.
Mm.
That doesn't sound quite right. Okay.
How else does he get to ride him?
Does he tickle his horse part?
Does he do a robot sex thing? Could be
Massages his
amazing.
sunscreen.
Changes his oil, I don't know. What do robots do?
This dog appears to be lubricating on me.
Alright, yeah, there's some bad stuff in the first film. But it's better than 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Well, 2's probably the worst. I've not seen 4 actually, but 3's better than 2, but that's not saying much.
Yeah, 4 I'd say was the worst so far. The effects get even better and the robots are cooler, but like, everyone's just an idiot, including Prime. Oh, what have they done?
What have they done?
Since everyone else is busy eating ice cream, for my last thing, there's a species of gull wasp. Oh, as you know, I fucking hate science. But I do like the fact that there's a species of gull wasp that is actually got metallic zinc in the end of its sting, its proboscis, which it used to inject into other gulls and parasitise the larvae of other gull wasps. But it means effectively that it's a living thing that somehow incorporated metal into its physiology.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's like interesting that the metallic zinc can actually, well, certainly in that species, exist as part of the whole. And it's also sort of imagine people being able to produce their own metals.
Oh, I'm working on it.
On their surface of their skin, stuff like that.
I'm concentrating on trying to make areas of my body more metal.
That's not the same though as being a species that it exists naturally with metal in it and an augmented species.
Oh,
you
no,
can't
no.
rebirth yourself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just concentrating. I'm going to try to do it with my mind. I'm
Okay.
going to stick metal in myself. That's insane, Jack.
Have you got a quick thing you like, Jim?
I like the near infinite amount of chicken wings that I'm about to eat at this Chinese buffet.
Near infinite.
People are going to freak out. I'm going to put them out of business.
Out of the chicken wing business or all business?
I never seen a man eat so many chickens.
What are you going to do if you haven't got any chicken wings?
I'm just going to go mental. I'll probably just kill myself.
You're setting yourself up for a bit of a fall later.
I might not be here next week.
Gone mental.
Gone fishing.
Gone fishing.
What are you, Carlos?
I've had enough joy for one day.
I have to have a quick thing like this format.
Just one thing.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Well, we can't deny it.
No. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in my face, I go,
No, you get sprung.
oh, I get sprung.
I go sprung.
I go sprung.
I go sprung? Ham?
I am.
Miles Bar. What do you like this weekend?
It's difficult for me to think about what I like because all I can focus on right now is Oreo ice cream.
That could be a thing.
But I do like the unexpected delivery of ice cream.
It's pretty much a winner.
I like ice cream vans, but I never buy ice cream from them.
I tried to.
I just like the idea of them.
I like oysters.
Really? Wasn't that like 2 weeks ago?
Randomly, it was.
We liked oysters.
Oyster ice creams.
He means ice cream
Yeah,
oysters.
You know, like the wafers filled with ice cream.
That oyster shaped. Yeah.
They're amazing.
I've never heard any things.
Yeah, good.
They're two wafers shaped like an oyster with marshmallow at the bottom. And they pour lots of ice cream and bits on top of it. And you get about 4 times as much as you do in a cone. Normally for the same
They
price.
can be a bit tricky to eat, but they are amazing.
They're fantastic. I can't believe you've never had one.
I've never even heard of them. I've had an ice cream sandwich. I've had a winner taco.
It's a variation.
I think the oyster might have come first. I think it's like a classic British thing.
I don't know.
When they sold ice cream on the street in the olden days, they used to do it on a thing called a penny lick, which was a piece of glass that they would scoop ice cream out of the tub on, and you could pay a penny to lick the ice cream off the piece of glass.
Amy was telling me about this, didn't it? It leads to like typhoid and cholera.
Typhoid and cholera, yeah.
Somebody watches the Great British Bake Off.
I watched Great British Bake Off. It's amazing.
Has someone got food poisoning on that?
No, because they don't do the penny lick thing anymore. Well, I don't remember the specifics, but I certainly don't want to lick anyone on this piece of glass.
We're talking about the days when people washed their hands by peeing on them.
It'd be akin to licking the handrail of public transportation in the city.
Once when I was...
I like doing that.
Once when I was at school, a boy, while we were doing a sports session, went back into the changing rooms and said, "Oh my god, it's so cold out here, I had to piss on my hands to warm them up." And when I pointed out to him that there were warm taps in the bathroom, he looked rather sheepish.
But they say actually cricketers are supposed to do that. They're supposed to toughen up your hands so they can in urine. So like cricketers used to keep a bowl of piss and like...
No, that's what the cricket team used to tell you. That's not.
Yeah, but look, I was never part of the cricket team. Why would they lie?
Well, that's all we got time for this week.
Yeah, don't piss on your hands and don't lick other people's glass.
Although you can piss on your feet to actually get rid of athlete's foot in the shower, so it works, it's the ammonia in it.
Or jellyfishes.
Yeah, that's the
You
one.
can piss on jellyfishes to get rid of athlete's foot.
And if you're desperate, you can use it to clean your clothes.
Well,
Jellyfishes.
this week we've learned about food and piss. We've had a great
Glass
day.
objects that you put in your mouth.
Yeah.
Junk.
A jump.
It's a better word.
You can come up with a better word, so we're keeping it on junk.
I'll think of something.
So yeah, that's it for Things We Like this week. If you want to get in touch, you can do Things We Like at hotmail.com or with Twitter at _things with a capital T _we_like.
Indeed. And if there's any other way you can think of getting in touch with us, try it and surprise us.
Carrier pigeon.
A note tied to a cat, which is essentially the same thing, but a cat instead of a pigeon.
A
Zeppelin.
zeppelin.
Yeah. A kite that you just get lucky with and we find.
How about a message from an alternative dimension via a wormhole?
Fucking A.
If you can do that, I'll be very impressed.
Or just find us.
Like Daniel
Round
Day
our
Lewis.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis. Just come and rescue us.
Or
I
like
don't want to
Liam
be
Neeson.
rescued by Daniel Day-Lewis.
You will find it.
Yeah, he will find me.
You're
I
not
would be
thinking of Liam Neeson?
rescued by Jennifer
Well,
Lawrence.
about him as well, I suppose. But, you know,
When is Daniel Day-Lewis going to find me?
Last of the Mohicans is one of the greatest films of all time.
I just didn't remember that bit. Okay. Well, I've been Jan.
I've been Carlos.
I've been Jim.
I've been mystery guest.
And join us next week for more Tales of Adventure! And I think it's Stuff Sucks next week, isn't it?
Yeah, Tales of Adventure that suck.
Sorry, Transformers 4.
Okay.
Night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.